Let's go fishing. This is a 5-part series where my buddy Ben and I fish his family's private ponds for the day. Even set him up with a camera too. Got there super early, so while he was still sleeping, I wanted to try out the first pond. Saw some topwater action, so I figured I'd start with the popper, but had no luck. Swapped spots and decided to try the spinnerbait, but had no luck whatsoever. I know there's tons of fish here, so we just had to find them. Still wanted to try topwater, so I switched over to my whopper plopper. And with no luck on the plopper, I swapped over to the frog. I was still seeing topwater bites, so I knew something had to happen. Changed where I was casting and threw the frog up in the lilies to see what would happen. Was just pulling it through the lilies when I had a big splash and thought I had a bite. Set the hook, but I was either too late or I missed the fish completely. That's when it was time to switch over to the jig. Now the lily pads were very thick cover, so I had to be careful how I worked it, but I know that that's where jigs work the best. Started feeling some nibbles, so I wanted to wait and see what happened. After casting around all morning and not getting a single bite, I was really anxious to see if I could get a bite. Set the hook, but the lilies were too thick and I lost the fish. Then my GoPro overheated, but I was able to capture this. After getting the first fish of the day, I threw it back out to see what would happen. And much like the first hook set, I lost this fish to the lilies. It was super thick and I could not get the fish out before it came off. This 100% should have been a sign to put the jig on my braided line so I could pull through the lilies, but hey, I wanted to see what I could do with this rod first. Then I decided to move spots and throw the jig in a less covered area and see what would happen. Just working it really slow because I wasn't sure what the activity level of these fish were today. And that's when this happened. Boom, fish on. Felt small enough to just flip up on the bank, and that's what I did. Another nice little bass for the day. And this area of the pond was hot because this happened again. But unfortunately, I lost this fish to the lily pads. My buddy Ben woke up and made his way to the pond, so we decided to plan out what we were going to do for the day. My extra camera isn't as nice, but at least it was able to capture some moments. We made a plan, took the pond prowler out, and decided to hit these lily pads first. At this point, I was willing to throw the jig into any cover to see if I can get a fish. And it proved to be the right move because that's when this happened. Had a fish on, but I made the fatal mistake of grabbing the line and it came off. And while I wasn't catching fish, Ben was definitely on them. He had a topwater bait and was catching them. He forgot to press record on his camera, but at least I got to see this fish. After no more bites on the jig, I decided to throw the frog in a lily pad area to see what would happen. Started pulling the frog through an open area in the lily pads, and that's when I had a fish on, but it was too far away to catch the blow up. And got him. Felt like a decent fish, so I was trying my best not to lose it. I just kept reeling and reeling, determined not to lose this fish. Thankfully, Ben had the net because we were determined not to lose any fish. Got the frog out and was able to show off my catch. Nice sized bass on the frog. Now Ben did remember to press record on his camera around this time, so we were able to capture another angle of the frogfish I just caught. He saw me cast out and start working it slow, and that's when he got to capture the hook set as well. Just working that fish closer and closer to the boat. You can see all the trouble that this fish put me through trying to get it closer and closer to the boat, and he was even able to capture him netting the fish. I was super stoked on this catch. I don't catch fish on frogs very often, so I was really hyped. Got the frog out and released him back into the water. That's it for part 1. Stay tuned for part 2.